Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to join a meeting and what you can do while you're in a meeting. So as you notice here, you see an email which represents an invite to a meeting. So typically what happens is when a person or a host create a meeting. So the person who creates a meeting or set up a meeting or schedule a meeting is called a host. So when a host schedules a meeting, typically that host will send an invite to everyone he or she wants in the meeting. So let's say you receive this invite. This invite has all the details of the meeting. So it will have a link to the meeting, to the particular meeting that the host wants you to be part of. It will also have a meeting ID. It may have a meeting ID. It may also have a password. A password. Now the host may do this for security reasons. And you also can join the meeting by phone by calling in any one of these numbers. So let's begin by joining in to this meeting. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up the Zoom software by clicking on the Zoom icon. Give it a moment. Software should be up in a moment. There we go. And then I'm going to sign in. I recommend that you sign in, although you can join a meeting directly. You don't have to sign in. You don't even have to have an account to join a meeting. But if you do have an account, I recommend that you sign in. So I'm going to sign in by typing in my email that I signed up with. And I put in my password. And I get my little dashboard again. So once I have my dashboard, all I have to do is just click on join. So I click join. And here, minimize that. And here, I'm going to put my meeting ID. So I'm just going to copy and paste. And then click join. And then I'm going to enter the meeting password. And keep in mind, whenever you get an invite to a meeting, I recommend that you do not share it with anyone else for security reasons. Do not share it with anyone else. Do not share it on social media. Do not share it on the internet. Do not forward it to anybody else for security reasons. So I'm going to type in the password and then click join meeting. Give it a moment. Now, once you see this dialogue come up, you can join with video or you can join without video. For now, I'm going to join without video. Now, if you notice, you see this dialogue come up that says, please wait, the meeting host will let you in soon. What this means is that you have been placed into what is called a waiting room. The waiting room means that you're not in the meeting yet, which means that the host has to admit you into the meeting. So while you're here, you have to wait until the host admit you into the meeting. Now, sometimes this may not happen. Once you hit join the meeting, you will be straight into the meeting. But if the host enable the waiting room while setting up the meeting, then you will be placed into the waiting room and have to wait until the host admit you into the meeting. Now keep in mind that the host can admit you, but the host can also reject you. In other words, the host can can prevent you from entering into the meeting. So let's say the host admit you into the meeting. So as we can see that the host is now admitting us into the meeting. And now we are part of the meeting. So we can join with computer audio, or we can join with a phone call. So I'm just going to click join with computer audio. And now I am in the meeting. So as you can see, this is the host of the meeting. This is the host of the meeting. And this is me as a participant in the meeting. So here, and these are all your controls that you have available to you. So you can mute yourself, you can unmute yourself, you can show your video, you can stop your video. Okay, now although the host does not have control over your video, the host does have control over your audio, which means that the host can mute you at any time. And if the host mutes you, in some cases you can unmute yourself, but in other cases you may not be able to unmute yourself. What does that mean? If the host mutes you and chooses the option to not allow you or any of the host participants or any of the participants to unmute themselves, then you will not be able to unmute yourself. But if the host just mutes you, then you have the potential or the possibility to unmute yourself, as long as the host does not choose to not allow the participant to unmute themselves. Also, if you click on this arrow, you have other options. You can choose what speaker you want to, what speakerphone. You can choose your speakerphone. You can select a speaker. Well, here it says speakerphone, but really it's microphone. You can choose your microphone. You can choose your speaker. You can also test your speakers as well. So if I click on this, it tests my speaker. I can click yes. I hear the ringtone. I can also test my microphone. So my microphone is working. So I click on that, and then I just simply click finish. So now I know that my mic is working. I can also click here on this arrow for video. I could choose my camera. I can also go to video settings, and I could choose a virtual background. So let's say I go to video settings. Now here you will see all of your settings. So you have your general settings, which you can choose. You have video, you have audio, where you can test your speaker, and you can also test your microphone. You have your share screen settings, you have chat settings, you have a virtual background. Okay, so in order for me to use the virtual background, I have to download a smart virtual background package. I'm gonna cancel that for now, and I'm gonna get back to that. You have a recording settings. You can set your recording. You have your profile, statistics, keyboard shortcuts, and accessibility. So let's go back to video. So here you have touch up my appearance. You want to keep that checked. and you can do some other things here. Let's go to virtual background. So here I can choose a virtual background. So let's say I choose this bridge here, and I get this message here saying that I gotta download a smart virtual background. So you just simply click download. This, by the way, is a one-time message if you're using Zoom for the first time. So you won't always see this message. Once you hit download and it's downloaded, you will never see this message again. So now I have my virtual background, and as you can see my video, my face with my new virtual background. I can also choose between different virtual backgrounds as well. I can even choose a video virtual background as well. And I can also add my own image. So I added an image here, which I can use as a virtual background as well. So let's say I choose this image to be my virtual background. So all I do is just simply close that, and now I have my virtual background. So if I click start a video, now everybody can see me and my virtual background. So I'm gonna just mute my video for now. So here you can click on participants, and you can see all of the participants here as well. So you can invite other people, you can unmute yourself, you can raise your hand if you have a question. But keep in mind that unless the host make you into a co-host, you will not be able to control what everybody else do. So you will not be able to unmute anybody else. You will not be able to unmute their video. You will not be able to unmute their mic. But you will be able to see everyone here. So let me go ahead and close the participant. And then you have the chat. So here is the group chat. You can type something here. Okay. And everybody will see it. So you notice it says from me to everyone, which means that this message that you type here will be public to everyone. Everyone will see your message. So this will be a good place for you to ask questions, especially if you're muted by the host. You can ask your questions here. The host will be able to see your questions. He or she will answer your question either in the chat, or they will answer your question out loud as they are talking through their meeting. You can also send a private message. All you do is just click on everyone and choose the person that you want to send the message to. You notice it says privately. So you can say, and only the person that you chosen to receive this message will get that message. Nobody else will see this message. Not even the host will see this message unless you're sending the message to the host, him or herself. Okay, and then you have these other controls here. So I'm gonna go back to everyone. You can attach a file to the chat for other participants and the host to have access to and download to their computer. So you can do it from Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, Box, or your own computer. So I'm going to talk more about this in the next video, when I go through how to set up a meeting. So I won't go into this right now. So I'm going to close that. Here, with these three dots, you can save the chat if you want. That is unless the host disabled participant from saving the chat. So let me go ahead and close the chat. Then you have share screen. So you can actually share the screen. Now keep in mind that unless the host disable the share screen for participants, you will be able to share your screen. If the host disabled the share screen for the participant, you will not be able to share your screen. But since the host is allowing participant to share their screen, then I can share my screen. So I just simply click on share screen. And notice we have options here. So I can share my entire screen, which is my entire desktop. I can share my open browser or my open website that I have here. I can share, well, this is my video, which I'm using to record this video. And then I have something else open here. So I can share any one of these options here. So if I share my entire desktop screen, then everybody can potentially see all of your desktop. If you don't want that, then you can choose one of these options here. Whereas whatever options you choose here, they will only see that and nothing else. So let's say I choose this one. Now keep in mind that this could be a PowerPoint, it could be a software, it could be whatever it is that you want to share. Also keep in mind that whatever it is that you want to share, if that is the option that you want to choose so that nobody else is able to see anything else but that particular screen, then you have to have that open in order for it to be displayed here. So let's say you want to show a PowerPoint, or you want to share a PowerPoint for your audience or the other participants and as well as the host. You will have to have that PowerPoint already open on your computer in order for it to appear here for you to choose to share it. So right now I'm just going to share my browser. So I just simply click share. And as you can see, now you can see my browser. And everybody else, including the host, all the other participants and the host will be able to see what you're sharing. Now if you go up here, you still see that you have your controls here. So you can pause the share. If you need to send out an email, or you need to answer a text, or you need to bring up another file and you don't want people to see what you're doing, you can pause the share. So if you pause the share, it says your screen sharing has been paused, and then you can also resume the share. Okay, and then you have more here. You can show the chat. Where's the chat? Oh, there it is. Took a bit of while to come. So you can see the chat when you click on it. Go back to the controls. So you have the chat, you have record. We're going to talk about it in a moment. And you have these other controls. I will probably go more into details, these controls here, in the next video, in the setting up meeting video, so I won't do it here. And then at any time you're ready or you finish sharing, you can simply stop the share. The other thing you can do is you can record the meeting. So you just simply click record. Now, if the host disable or prevent participants from recording the meeting, you're going to see this dialog box pop up, which says, please request recording permission from the meeting host, which means that you won't be able to just record meeting just like that. You will have to actually get permission from the host. Now, the host will be able to record the meeting at will. which means they don't need permission from anyone. And I'll talk more about that in the next video, how to set up a meeting. So we can either close that. If you can get the permission, you can hit OK. If otherwise, you just simply close it. I'm going to close it. So we have that. And then we have the reaction. So you can click on the clap and everybody will see the clap. Or you can click the thumbs up and everybody will see the thumbs up. And then you have the option of leaving the meeting at any time. So all you do is just click on leave meeting. Okay, and you get the dialogue. You say, do you want to leave this meeting? You can click leave meeting, or you can click cancel. I'm gonna click cancel for now because there's something else I want to show you. Up here you see speaker view. So right now you can see the host and yourself. And if there are a lot of people in the meeting, you'll be able to see everybody in this format. Right now it's just 2 people, but if there's like 10 or 20 people in the meeting, you'll be able to see them all on this screen. You'll be able to see them all on this screen. However, if you click speaker view, you will only see the active speaker. So right now the host may be the active speaker. The bottom line is whoever is speaking, that person's picture will be, or video will be here, while everybody else will be up here. And then you can click on gallery view, which will show everybody in gallery form. So now you can leave the meeting at any time by clicking on leave meeting. It doesn't mean that the meeting is ending because you leave. The meeting will still be ongoing. So if I click on leave meeting, I just simply click leave meeting. And now I have left the meeting. Now, the other thing that can happen is that the host can end the meeting at any time. So let's say the host ends the meeting. If the host ends the meeting, this is what you will get. So that means that the host has ended the meeting. The moment you see that little prompt saying that the host had ended the meeting, then that means that the host has ended the meeting, and now you're back at your dashboard where you can set up a new meeting, you can join a meeting, you can schedule a meeting, you can share screen, or you can just simply log out and close your software. So that's it. Thank you for viewing this video, and I will see you next time.